We picked up with Nath freaking out about his backpack being gone.
I tried climbing up a wall, then fell on top of Nath.
Correct.
Nerd.
A church.
What's the name of that order again? Sorry. The Order of the White Hand?
White Fist.
Fist. Okay,
Punch
also
and
close.
punch.
Oh,
I'd like to order a cheeseburger.
yeah. I did Order of the White Hand. I was close, but
Wait.
And he said he had more information to give me when we could talk later. I think that's everything that we needed. Thank you so much. Oh, and what time is it during the day right now? It's like evening? The arena's tomorrow, right? I gotta go to
Yes.
bed.
Always tomorrow. Forever tomorrow.
Forever tomorrow. They're gonna keep pushing it back.
I'm
God,
in
I can't
fucking
wait to go into another
Groundhog.
dimension and get trapped for another week.
Man, I can't wait until session 50 where we finally get to the arena.
What session are we on right now?
16.
By the time we get to that, we're gonna be level 20 already.
I wish I was leveling up.
I'll look at Zaja and I'll be like, "You want to head back to the tavern?"
I think it would be best to do that. I would like to get back and think about everything.
All right. Oh, or did we want to go to the school? There was information we needed to get from the school as well. I think maybe about your organization and about a few different things that were harder to get to, but If I remember
know you-
correctly. Sorry, go
I know
ahead.
you were going to have them look up the quickest ways to travel uh, to my town, to my
Yeah.
monastery. But to be honest, it sounds like magic is the quickest way. Even if we took this, now put quotes, train to the coast, we would still have to be on a ship for quite some time. So unless there's something by air we could take, but
Well,
to be honest, I don't know this land well enough to know what's available.
if the magic works in the way that I think it does, it should be to take us a lot closer than we might anticipate. That's why we could go to the school right now, and you and I could, or you and I and Ash could do some research. Do you like studying, Sasha? Do you like books? And I'll kind of like have this like excited look, like of anticipation on my face.
I thought you were talking down to her like a child.
No, I'm like excited. I'm like asking, like, oh, do you like books? I like books. Like, come on, you gotta like books.
I
But
I do enjoy reading. I have studied plenty at the monastery, more to understand where we've come from to achieve enlightenment.
well, let's go see if we can get into that section of the library or in the library in general and ask some questions around. Sure, there'll be quite a few late night studiers there, and we can study some ourselves. Ash, do you? I'm gonna just assume that Ash wouldn't like reading because of who Haley is. Can we say that she'll just say no to this question?
I'm
That
gonna
like
lay
it'll be
low
like,
and go to the tavern.
okay. Like, okay, that sounds great. Zasha and I will be at the school if anyone asks. If you're okay with that still, Zasha.
Yes.
All right, then let's get going. And I will start walking towards the school.
Okay. So Ash breaks off from you two, and you two head to the school. We kick over to the tavern where the whole like fiasco of searching for the bag and arguing and all that good stuff.
Nav,
With,
whatever you do, do not destroy that bag.
Break it.
What do you mean?
I realize it's kind of stuck right now, but there's a lot of important stuff in there, and I don't know what exactly happens if you cut off. How did you make that again? Magic? Is that how you work?
Somewhat. I know exactly where it's gonna go. It's gonna go into a void and never exist here anymore. And I don't have that many important things in there, anyways.
My dagger's in there.
Really?
Yeah, Loki has put it in there.
Wait, Lokius can access the bag?
You want to come help me find Lokius?
Fine. Where's Bosco, anyways? He should be here by now.
Where am I exactly? I don't.
So
Like,
Talking to
when this
Case-
whole thing happened,
You're talking to Colin. I mean, guys. It's just that I'm messaging him, so I can't hear you.
well, from what I understand, Gaius had gone up when he heard about destroying the bag, and he was like,
I
"No,
would
no,
be-
no." If I remember.
Yeah, I would be like right next to Bosco right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll just kind of respond to Nav. Oh, Bosco's next to me.
Don't tell him. Aw.
I mean, he's gonna find out anyway. Nav, come out here. Let's go look for him. I don't
Oh,
really want to be on
okay.
my own.
I go downstairs looking for Colin, Gaius.
We would be right on the stairs. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys are right there. Okay, so you guys are in the middle of the tavern. What do you want to do?
Okay. Who knows a good way of locating Lokius?
Just pull the knife out of your bag. It'll eventually find him.
Well,
That's not too
That's
mean.
messed up. That's messed up.
I'm gonna kick Bosco in the back because he's that short.
Wait, that actually might work if we pull out the knife. Who knows? This kid is strange. So, and he did put the knife in there.
I have no idea how we even access the bag.
Let's just ask the barkeep. I'm just gonna go over to the barkeep and ask him.
Oh.
You see Lokius?
Who?
Pastor here.
Who?
The kid that's been following us.
Oh, you mean the one that ran right past you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen him since he ran right past you.
Do you know what direction he ran right past me?
No.
Hooray.
He ran outside. There's only one direction he could have ran, Bosco.
Yeah, it's out that
Yeah.
way, and he'll point at the door.
Well, technically there's two, just most people don't know about two.
But
What?
I will try and
Yeah, they-
figure out how to access my bag.
I'll just step out onto this street and ignore these two.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hooray.
Are you bad at those?
should be
Yeah, I
good.
am
He's
when I
a-
have
like,
disadvantage
cleric.
on the roll.
Never mind.
6.
I mean, it's a nice night, pretty clear. Got some noise
Why
going
do you
on
have
from the streets.
disadvantage?
Don't worry, guys. I got this. And I walk outside of the tavern and stand right next to Bosco and look over everyone because right now all he sees are people's feet.
Now I understand why he
You're
has
going to be seeing the
disadvantage.
bottom of my boot soon enough.
If you can reach.
If you guys are both going out, I might as well go out as well then.
17.
It's a nice night. A lot of people out.
Sucker.
Can I look at the ground looking for what's the kid's name? Loki's footprints?
Give
Maybe
me an
a little bit of
investigation
dust
check.
left behind?
You are adverse with dust.
Advantage?
I rolled a 9.
There's a lot of steps walking through the street. It's a lot of people.
Maybe we just count on him coming back for the night.
Yeah, there's too much dust. I'm already learning too much about this child named Averin.
What?
This is what I've learned from the dust.
I want to start walking in a random direction.
Well, you come out into the street. When you walk out in front of the tavern, the street goes left and right. And then there's obviously a couple alleyways right in front of you. So do you want to, like, what do you mean by random? Do you want to roll for it and just see which way you walk? Or do you want to
You
actually
know
pick a
what?
direction?
Sure, let's roll for
Okay,
direction.
give me a D4 then.
then. 4.
Okay, you go right. So, Nathan, guys, you kind of see Bosco, like, stand there, look around a bit, and then he just starts walking to the right.
Wait, Bosco. I just realized you're only looking at people's feet. If you want, I can give you uppies.
I'm going to start walking faster.
Puppies.
I'm going to inflict you the nuts with inflict wounds if you try that shit.
Are we gonna treat him as like the party baby now? I thought that was Lokius.
Right.
Lokius is too big for
Probably
that now.
older. I'm definitely older than Nath.
No, you're maybe not. Probably. What race are you again?
Halfling.
Oh, then I'm older. What? I'm an elf.
Are you two, okay. Are you two following Bosco?
But Shadowkai
Yeah.
age is a whole different thing.
Are you
I'm
two following
30 years
Bosco?
old.
I am not following because today has been eventful enough. I will stay in the tavern, just kind of sitting in the main area and kind of people watching.
Okay, now
Oh.
you see guys walk back in.
Okay, well then, flip a coin. Heads, I go with Gaius. Tails, I go with Bosco.
I don't have
I
a
want to start walking
coin
faster to get away
readily
from them.
available.
Here, I'll
do-
roll a d4. 1 and 2 is heads.
There you go.
I got a coin.
Heads.
No, flipping coin is my thing, you asshole.
Okay, I go with Gaius.
Okay.
Hooray.
Do they really just spend this whole time kind of like looking outside for Lokius?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I feel like that's all that's happened.
That's pretty much all
It
that's
is.
happened. So, Bosco, when you walk to the right, Oliver and Zaja, who I'm assuming Oliver's leading to the school.
Yeah.
I need you both, Oliver and Bosco, to give me a regular D20.
Regular
Hooray.
D20. Who's a better cleric? Who's a better cleric?
Exact same one.
Who's a better cleric, Bosco? Who's a better
There's a
cleric,
5.
Bosco? I got an 11.
Okay. You two do not cross paths.
Hooray.
Bosco, give me another regular D20.
Can I roll since I can see over everyone?
Oh.
If you're at this
17.
point looking out for Bosco while you're walking.
Oh. Well, I might know to be looking out for him.
Yeah, and go ahead and give me a perception check if you're looking for him instead of just a normal D20. The D20 was just for chance. That's all it was.
Oh, no. I was going to say, because I went no to look for him, so I just thought I would throw in my roll. too.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, sure. If you want to roll a D20, why not? I mean, he got a 5, so.
Yeah, maybe you would get distracted by something and then run into Bosco. Who knows? Chance. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh,
Seven.
all right. So we're gonna take away
Mind
your
you-
17, Bosco. Zaja, you do see Bosco wandering around in the street, just kind of in a direction.
Bosco?
I knew it. I knew you're gonna do that.
So
I was
this
waiting
lady
for
saw,
it.
she's like, oh, hi.
Where are you going?
Looking for Lokius.
Should I wonder why?
It's mostly an excuse to get away from the other two.
Oh, why don't you come with us then?
I probably should actually look for Lokius as well, but
Player comrades back together again.
where are
now,
you going?
can I do a perception to look for Lokius since he said they're looking?
Yeah. If you're once he says it, if you would take a gander, yeah.
While Rustic is running that, I'll say, oh, we're going to the school to do some research and to try to figure out some stuff. I've kind of collected a list of things that I need to research, so we're gonna head there and study a bit.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, dirty 20.
And then dirty 20.
Oh, Zaja, with your keen eye, you make out the back of a familiar gray tiefling walking in the opposite direction of you guys. But it's for a quick, I want to say split second, but it's fairly quick because he's walking through a crowd right now.
You should throw
Bosco, you were going the wrong way. He's over this way.
From a follower figures like, great, see ya, have fun at school. Making choices and start following Lokius.
I'll just salute my cleric comrade as they walk away.
You make it sound like your brother in arms.
We are.
Sure.
Anyways, I'll head towards the school still.
Okay. So Bosco, you start trailing where Zaja pointed. Eventually, as you walk, you do kind of see the figure of what you assume to be Loki is shifting here and there through the crowd. Are you trying to catch up to him to get attention, or are you kind of pacing him right now, or following him?
I can do better.
I want to try catching up with him, but can I also try doing so stealthily?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh wait, I have disadvantage on that. Why am I doing that? Whatever.
You big
Don't-
goofball.
Do stout halflings get advantage with that, or is that only the light ones?
I don't think I get that.
No, I
Are
think
you
that's the
being
local
racist right
ones.
now? Are you being racist right now?
No, because I was gonna see
Yeah.
if the advantage and disadvantage just kind of canceled each other out.
Yeah, but I have 2 different disadvantages, so I think that would cancel
my
it out.
Gosh.
forgot about, what is it, exhaustion?
Yes. I'm still hungover, and I'm also
Yep.
clanking loudly. Yes.
So,
Oh, that's why you have disadvantage.
so Bosco, you
Yes.
start to follow him, and then you see him stop for a second and start talking to a figure. You don't have any idea who it is. Just a it almost looks like a normal merchant. And then all of a sudden he kind of darts a little bit to the right after he gets done talking to the character, and the character walks away. And as you catch up, you see him like, I don't want to say like curled over, but he's almost kneeling like to your height. So when you come around that corner into the little market nook, he's literally eye to eye with you, staring at you.
That's terrifying.
Hey, what are you
Hey,
doing?
hi, how are ya?
Oh, hi.
What? You okay?
Yeah? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Why are you following me?
I don't know. I was mostly looking for an excuse to get away from Nath and Colin. Or Gaius.
What is up with all of you today?
Oh, what? Did something happen? You look a little.
No, I
little-
just didn't feel like dealing with them.
You tired? Everything okay?
Eh. Yeah, a bit tired.
Oh, okay. Well, are you still up for a walk or?
Sure, why not? Where are you heading to?
No, I was going to the castle.
The castle?
Yeah.
Haven't we already been there like twice today?
Mm-hmm.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Do you still want to come?
Sure.
Okay. And he'll stand up and just start walking towards the castle, or in the direction of the castle, I should say.
I'll just start following him.
Okay. So now we cut to Oliver and Zaja. By this point, you would be walking up on the School of Witherbloom. What is the plan? Are you just walking right in, or?
I'd like to go to the library. I mean, I'm allowed in, right?
Yeah. Once you walk up to the school, there's obviously someone in the front. That kind of asks you to show identification. Which is
I
easy
do.
enough.
Then yeah, we'll just go to the library.
Technically, Zaja, this would be your first time actually seeing Witherbloom, so, because you're not really here for books, you're here for events, so, but easy enough. You two walk in, start heading to the library.
So I mean, obviously, I would know how it works, but I don't know how it works. I mean, Oliver would know how it works. That's what I mean. What's the like organization for the library like? Like, is there someone in charge, like a librarian that I can go talk to, or?
There isn't like a single librarian. The books are set out in categories like a typical library, but the librarians, quote unquote, are not like at a desk. They are kind of just wandering around in the library. Some are in certain sections, some are looking at books. You would know that there are two currently at night, that are just walking in whenever someone needs help. They kind of just ask for the help and they point them in the direction.
Okay, I would like to find one of those people.
Oh, hello, Oliver, yes?
Oh yes. Would I recognize them?
You would know that they're a common librarian, and they recognize you because you're fairly studious and you're always studying.
Yeah.
So you do recognize them.
Like, oh, hello. Would I know their name? I don't think in
Um,
character that Oliver would probably remember their name. But
Then no, you do not.
okay.
You recognize the face, for sure.
I'm
But
like, oh yes, I am Oliver, and your name is.
oh, you're so silly, Oliver. My name is Heddle. Hetul.
Hetul.
Yes. Oh, hello. I haven't seen a Luxodon in our school's library. Welcome.
Oh, well, you could thank this little guy for me.
Oh, you brought someone other than Gabe to the library? That's quite astounding, Oliver.
Oh, I've actually joined an adventuring group.
Oh,
I found
wow.
that field study has a lot of opportunities for growth and research. Though, of course, there'll be times where I need to come back and study, which is why we're here now. Um, what race is Hetul, and then gender?
Hedel is elder female half elf. She has some kind of like dirty blonde hair with some gray streaks. You can tell that she's been around for a while. She has those like half rim glasses that kind of sit on like the bridge of her nose. Not really sharp features on this half elf, a little bit rounder in the face, but fairly skinny across the body. Doesn't look like she does much of like athletic type stuff. You can tell that she's very put together and studious. Wow, it's a surprise to both hear and see you in an adventuring group. I thought you were always more of the bookworm, but life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Oh, like I said, it's just the opportunity to be able to see what you're studying in the flesh is fascinating, to say the least.
Well, I
I've had
hope
some
you...
wonderful experiences lately.
Oh?
Oh, yes, there's so much to study, and I have this whole list, and I'll like pull out this my notebook that I keep on me. Um, and like, there's so many things that I need to study, and I'll kind of like briefly show her, um, but not for like super long, just so that she can see how long it is.
Hmm.
And like, but there were a few things that I wanted to know about, and specifically to help my friend here, Zaja. Um, do you know if the library holds much information about the Order of the White Hand
Fists?
and
White
a
fist.
possible relation to, or the White Fist? Sorry, I wrote hand here, and that's supposed to be fist. The White Fist, and their possible relationship to like Zorena, Amos, and Aslo.
Oh, I... I mean, I can point you in that direction, but I don't know if there is any connection.
Mm.
But if you come this way, and she'll kind of walk out of the uh section that she's looking at, and it's right over that way. You'll find the monastery type of information that we have here at the school, and then over there, a couple rows over, you'll see that we have the section of the divine beings and gods of the such. But as far as myself, that is where I can point you.
Um, and would you also be able to at least show me the location, if possible, of well, do you know if the library holds a book named The Circle?
Hmm, the circle. Do you have a description of the book at all?
Uh, I believe it's related to Cigaris.
Oh,
Cigaris told me to read it, so I'm trying to find it.
hmm.
My
That
guy
is,
really out here just name dropping.
that is quite interesting. Let me see. And she'll take both her hands and kind of hold them up on the corners of the frame of her glasses, and you'll see the half from glasses kind of shine blue and then start flickering a little bit. I don't see any book named The Circle in our selection. Are you sure that's what you were told?
Uh, Am I sure that's what I was told? I wrote it down as the circle in quotation marks. So
Yes, you're pretty sure. You don't think
okay.
Cigaris would lie to you.
Yeah, I just was like, maybe I remembered it wrong or my notes are wrong, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But yeah, I'm quite positive that that's the name of the book. Is there any connection here from Witherbloom to other libraries that might hold such a book?
She'll take her hands off her glasses and they'll go back to being transparent. We are kind of the largest library selection that's around. You could try the public library in the city, but theirs would almost be on par with ours.
Well, I guess in that case, I'll need to keep searching. And maybe it's not even like a book named The Circle. I mean, Cigaris told me to find a book named The Circle, but from what I understand, gods are very confusing, and sometimes Cigaris isn't. Cigaris is pretty straightforward. Cigaris just tells you what you need to do, and you do it.
Yeah, who
Um,
can tell what the divine beings think?
yes, it's difficult. The last thing I would ask of you, so that I don't take up too much more of your time, um, is there a section on um transportation through magical means?
Oh, of course. That's right over here. And she'll kind of gesture to her right, not a couple rows over from where you're actually standing. She'll say that this whole section will at least give you some information on the types of travel that we've experienced.
Ah, fantastic. Well, Hedel, thank you so much, and I'm so glad to have you as someone to help me when I need help here at Witherbloom. Like on emotion and like around us in general.
Anytime, Oliver. It's glad to see you back into the books.
Yes, I will come when needed, of course, as always.
And nice to meet you, fairly large friend.
I'll look up
It's
and salute her.
wonderful to meet you. And I believe Oliver here has some notes about me being a Luxodon if you want to look at his notes.
I do. Oh, yeah. I mean, just general information about what I've perceived.
I'm fairly versed in the race of Luxodons, but I appreciate it.
Oh, I love you intellectual types. You never get sarcasm. But let's move on. Have a
Hmm.
great day.
You as
Neither of
well.
us got it.
And
We're
she'll,
both like, oh yeah.
And she'll just wander back into her row and go back to looking at the books.
I'll turn to Zaja like, well, would you want to study traveling, or would you like to study your order more, or would you like to study those gods more first? Because those are the three main things I think we need to study while we're here this time.
Well, I'm much more interested in the travel, but I would love to read more about my order. It's always good to get a further perspective than what is given to us in the monastery.
And we could study things together, so we could each take a book and then trade notes, and I'll like start to go on this like rant about like how we could study and the different ways you can study and different like efficient studying techniques with people or with yourself. And I'll just kind of get into a tangent of doing that, and finally I'll like
Oh,
stop. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
oh, well, I will need to have you study me on about studying at a later time, but I say let's start reading.
Ah, yes. All right, Tag. How's this
All
work?
right, so we're gonna do a couple skill checks here.
Whew.
So
Yeah.
who is doing what? what is the intention here? Oliver, are you doing all the studying and Zaja's kind of helping? Are you both separately doing it? What are you studying? What's the plan here?
I mean, I think it's dependent on how confident Rustic thinks Zaja would be, like, good. How good Zaja would be at studying.
What kind of skills are we kind of looking at generally? Like investigation or
Generally, depending on, because you have 3 different subjects here, generally you're going to be looking at Arcana, religion, investigation, and possibly a 4th, depending on how you think it would fit. But the other 3 are generically going to be the skill checks for this one.
And I'm surprisingly
Um,
bad at all of those.
oh my god.
Well, the thing, but Oliver, you're gonna have for Oliver specifically, you're gonna have advantage because one, you know the library. This is like
Mhm.
this is where you've belonged for quite some
His
time.
nest.
It's kind of your field. So when it comes to studying, this is what Oliver does. So
Yeah.
A bird of prey, but your praise.
Um, I'm kind of thinking I would kind of investigate looking more for general information and let Oliver like do the actual studying, but kind of be like, ooh, this seems like this book could be useful in this chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we both making individual rolls, or is like Zaja giving Oliver like a +2 or something since he already has advantage? How are we doing this?
So Oliver, you're gonna, depending on which one you want to do, are you planning on spending all night, or are you kind of quick studying on like 2 of the
Oh,
subjects, all the
I'd
subjects?
do like not the whole night, like enough to get a long rest. Or do I even need to take a long rest? Have I done anything that like uses spell slots?
Well, you're gonna have to take long because if you don't,
Oh,
you might
yeah.
end up getting exhaustion. So
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you could take a short rest and be fine as well. But I guess you do have to take a long rest. So yeah, I'll do it till like I can take a long rest. But essentially, I'm spending all of the time that I would take, and Zaza doesn't have to do this, but Oliver would stay until essentially he has to take a long rest.
okay. So Oliver, what we'll do is we'll do a couple skill checks, and
Okay.
Zaja, because you're looking for generic information, we'll still do a skill check, just because it's just generically looking over stuff. So Zaja, go ahead and give me just one investigation or perception, whichever one you want to roll.
Can I roleplay something real quick?
Sure.
Can I be like, nothing like a little divine intervention when we're studying, or divine inspiration? Can I like cast guidance on us for these roles? Or like one, like, or say like I did it once at the very beginning and like that like blessed us for the studying session? Or like at least on one of us, because I can't do it on both of us.
Yeah, I would say for this one you either choose you or Zaja because it's just a 1 minute. If you want to do guidance, you can do guidance for each check, but you can't have one that'll cover all of it just because it's a 1 minute thing.
Then I would just do guidance for each check.
So okay, so for this one you're both gonna be rolling. So who are you giving guidance to, you or Zaja?
I'll do.
Take
well,
it for you.
Okay.
He's
Because I
selfish.
wasn't sure. Well, I wasn't sure. I guess I have the advantage, so that makes it better on me. Yeah. Okay. All right. What roll do we make?
Okay, so Zaja is going to be doing investigation or perception because she's just generically looking at topics. She's just trying to find what she thinks is, something of use. For you specifically, and because you're both rolling, we're going to be doing the Order of the White Fist first. So you can either do a religion investigation or a third one if you can think of a reason to use it instead.
So, Order of the White Fist. Can I use insight? Cause I feel like there's something we're like missing with the order. Cause like Zaja doesn't remember it, and the way the priest was talking about it almost like I wrote down notes that like almost like make it sound like Zaja wasn't supposed to ever leave the order. Like the priest sounded surprised when Zaja said that she left the order. So I feel like insight can be something like just by reading, like kind of be like, oh, this like makes sense that like something's up.
Yeah, for sure. I will allow that. You're looking for something off in the descriptions of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can run with
Because
that.
I'm not looking for like general information about them. I'm trying to find like why that
I
priest
want
talked
some
that way.
dirt.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Go
So
ahead
with
and,
advantage.
Yes, yours will be with advantage, and you have guidance. Zaja, go ahead
Okay.
and give me that roll.
Come on,
Ooh.
that-
Whichever one you want to do.
Ooh, 10.
I got an unnatural 18.
Okay. So 10 and 18. So, Zaja, as you're looking through generically of the fists, you're really just finding information that you already knew. This is all logged information that doesn't really come of surprise to you. You do, after a little bit, you do see your mentor's name, Zeno, that she was held in high regard of the order. It's just, generic information that doesn't really pique interest for you. It's kind of like you start and you're like, yeah, okay, I get the idea.
Yeah.
Oliver, for an 18, looking for some type of false semblances or sayings or anything like that. You kind of try and put things together here and there about the order, and you do come across a little bit of information that kind of is just blotted in there randomly that doesn't have any context for anything above it or below it or further into the reading. But you do realize in that context that there is talk about how the White Fists had some type of connection to Zereno in some way, but there is no set description of why that tie was there. It's more of just the information that this divine being had reached out to the order. And it kind of rings a bell from the note and everything, but gleaning over what you can for the order, that's as much as you get. You just know that there is some kind of contact in a blob of context that has weird meaning that you've never seen. It's just kind of there.
Is there anything about? Or I guess this would be a different section. Well, Hera and Kuranos had stuff to do with the Order of the White Hand, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, that's different. Okay, never mind then. Okay. I will turn to Zaja and I will say, dude, is there anything that you know or remember of your time in the Order that would lead back to a connection with Zereno, the god of war? Because I have this section and I'll like explain what you explained.
I mean, I remember plenty of my time being there. The only thing I'm just struggling to remember is where it's at. With Kronos, I mean, I've heard of but nothing directly connected with my order.
Well, it seems like there is a connection between your order and Zerena, just that Zerena reached out to your order for something. But now
Wait, who's Serena?
Zerena is the god of war,
That's right. Yeah.
an evil god, symbol of a broken hemp. Anyways,
Didn't you ask about Kronos?
no, I was asking earlier to tag about Kuranos, but
Sorry,
then I
I
asked
thought
about,
you
no, it's
said
fine.
Kronos.
Yeah.
Xenos. Yes, I'm familiar with Xenos. The fact that, he's the god of war, and we don't worship him, for we believe in peace. Even though we are fighters, most of us, we see it as a form of training, philosophy, not a way to conquer. So he's more of an example of what we don't believe in, more than what we go for.
Then why would they reach out to? I suppose that's something that we'll have to figure out whenever we get to the Order of the White Hand to help them. Or at least that's our plan, right? And I'll like look
Yeah.
up at Zaja. I'm curious.
Would I know anything more specific about that tag?
About Zarena?
Yeah.
Not you specifically. Remembering your time at the monastery, you know that there was a very, how Zena put it, intense meeting that she needed to go to. But like there weren't any details or anything. So besides that, you've heard the name a couple times, but it wasn't like a topic of discussion.
Okay. So what I say still kind of follows through with my understanding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I will turn to Zaja and be like, well, I think that's enough studying on the Order of the Right Hand. I think we need to understand more about the gods and like the relationship to each other and the relationship to the people of these lands. Because, you know, I may be a cleric, but it feels like I just don't understand exactly how people view the gods. Because I thought that some of them were considered evil gods, but then it's almost as if people rely on them still in the day-to-day kind of activities. So I think we should definitely look into that.
Remember, there's always good even in evil. There's just because I don't particularly follow the god of war doesn't mean there isn't knowledge to understand from him. So I can't imagine that there's anything that's truly evil. Not saying there isn't, but from the gods, I don't think it's as clear cut as they're perfect and good and they're true evil and destructive. So there's always has to be balance.
You'll see Oliver tilt his head like owls do at Zaja, or at you, Zaja, and you'll see like something like turning in his head, like something's like clicking almost, and you'll hear him mutter something under his breath. He's not like trying to let you hear it, but like I think you're close enough where like I guess if Tag was okay with it, you could make a roll to hear what he said.
Zaja also got them big ears that.
Yeah.
leads
So
to pretty
Yeah,
well.
we,
and
we
I
could
have
just say that
a
she does hear, but
15 passive perception.
all right, then I guess you'd probably hear it. So you'll just hear like what you'll hear him like kind of mutter into his breath. He's like, "What does it mean to become a god?" And he'll like start thinking about it, and he'll just like walk over to the section with the gods in it.
Okay.
While he's over there, I'll want to start reading the travel book and get information out of that book.
Oh, okay. So, you both pick up the books, come back respectively. Oliver, what are you looking for in the Book of the Gods, quote unquote? Are you looking for anything specific? Specific gods, information? What are you looking for?
So kind of like I was talking to Zaja, I'm trying to see exactly how like the relationship between the people and the gods work. Just like in general, because it just seems like there's like a lot of churches that do a lot of the same thing, which I mean, it's kind of like how it is in our world, but I'm just curious as like how exactly it works, and then more specifically than that, a lot of information on the evil gods and their relationship with the people, and like what they stand for and whatnot. So there's a lot I don't know about the gods. I'm almost just looking for general information, kind of like Zaja was on the skill check before.
Okay. Well, this one isn't. I wouldn't say like generic because you're still looking for like information on the gods and also the relation to the people. So for this one, you could either do religion or history, and then give me a third one if you so choose, depending on how you want to fit it in. And you do have advantage.
I mean,
So
the only one I could think of that I think I could try to make an argument for would be like nature. Almost like I mean history or religion I think make a lot of sense because it's like, oh, it's like how does this work with the people? But like I almost feel like nature too could work because it's kind of like how did these gods like because I'm also looking up into like how the gods kind of like came to be, what information we have about that, and then like how that relationship between them and us started, and all of that's like this like natural process almost. At least I'm assuming it is a natural process, for like the gods to come into existence and everything. Because like the way Oliver looks at everything is like trying to look at it really scientifically. He's like almost not looking at these gods as like divine beings as like beings that are like out of reach anymore. He almost sees them as these beings that like someone else could achieve that level of evolution. With the things with like the rat journals and how they like were forcing evolution on them and his just natural fascination to evolution, I feel like he's almost looking at this as like this like natural, nature type event where the gods came to be and then developed their relationship with people that weren't as evolved as them.
Um,
But that's up to you. I mean,
with the description, I probably wouldn't say nature, just because nature's more like the nature check is more about specifically like plants, animals, the terrain you're around, like weather, that type of thing. But
yeah.
the way you're describing it would actually fall under Arcana. So you could do an Arcana roll instead of the other two if you wanted to.
Yes, that's true. Okay. I mean, they're all the same, so I'll just do Arcana, but I have advantage, and then I will give guidance to myself again.
Okay. And Zaja, your check, if you're looking into just, generic traveling information, is the same thing. It'll be investigation or perception, or a third one if you want to try and fit it in.
$24.
Okay.
I got a 20. I got a 21.
Oh, okay. You two did a lot better this time.
Yeah.
So sitting down, Oliver, you both kind of come back and sitting down. We'll start with the gods. Looking into the relationship between the two, from the text, it kind of starts off, and it seems like that the gods themselves and the people really connected. There's this information about these divine beings, these 8 figureheads that kind of led, quote unquote, mankind into this age of prosperity. These 8 figureheads were figures that the mankind could depend on for things to happen or to set forth plans for mankind to continue to make them prosper. And then at some point, a couple of the figureheads decided that the plans that were set forward were not correct. They felt that it would be better to go a different direction. And it kind of slowly started to become like a clash. But in the text that you're reading, it's nothing definite. It's kind of like, you kind of sum it up as like miscommunication on perspectives. So it seems like that they have a similar goal in mind, but they're going at it in different ways. And because of that, the age of prosperity kind of started to decline. It started to become a problem. And this started to divide these 8 figureheads. With that, people started to do what they do best. They started to put labels on them. They started to split. People started to follow certain ones, call others names, which eventually led into a full-out just chaos. To a point where it's kind of like winner take all type of scenario. But there's no specific thing in the books that say, like, hey, he's just straight evil because of this, or hey, they're really good because of this. Every time you see them talked about, it's a collective of the 8 figureheads. And that's the information you get with that roll.
Then where would I have heard that there was like, so just like in general, people were like, oh, that's a good god, or people were like, oh, that's a bad god, and I just kind of like developed this like idea of the good and bad gods based on just like almost like gossip and like personal beliefs.
Correct. The more it kind of sunk in, it kind of started to seep in as like a day-to-day thing. Like you wouldn't think twice about it. But now that you're actually spending time looking into it because of certain events that have happened recently, you're starting to find some of the missing pieces to the puzzle, and you're starting to realize that, hey, maybe my every day-to-day information about these guys doesn't add up to what everyone's talking about.
Okay, got it all done. Several paragraphs.
Zaja. Transportation with a 24. You start reading and you're like, okay, this is kind of like the White Fist, and then you start to read and you're like, wait, this is kind of making sense, and you start to pay attention a little bit more and a little bit more, and then next thing you know, you're kind of in the studying mode that Oliver is next to you reading his books. And gleaning over, you can read that there are a lot of ways of transportation in this world. You learn of obviously people talking about doing either foot or carriage, just your generic everyday type of transportation. And then you learn that there are these things called trains that people have started to take. This one's a little bit more quote unquote expensive, but people describe it as these multiple boxes that kind of float on these set rails made of arcane magic and ruination type of stuff that allows you to go from coast to coast within a much faster time of footer travel. But there isn't anything specific written down on who set these rails and how they were made. There's just talks about beings of great nature that kind of created this system for the people. Later in the chapter, you start to read a very vague section of this new technology that's been talked about that allows some type of like half circle, almost ovalish shaped building, quote unquote, that lifts from the ground in some manner and can take a fair sum of people somewhere in the air to a different side of a different place. What you're reading is nothing specific in the sense that the person writing about this and or people, they don't know how it works. They just know that this is some type of technology that's come about via arcana or arcane magic or something that just takes this massive thing through the sky. And it's not talked about often. It sounds like there's like maybe just one of these that kind of just comes and goes. So
Is what you're describing an elevator?
I said a large half circle.
It's actually the Doctor TARDIS.
TARDIS.
That's what I thought of because it like floats up in the air and then it goes somewhere else. I was like, dang. That's the
Oh,
TARDIS.
I was just hearing like what I was getting from that was it goes up in the air, and then you're good. And I'm like, I guess
Is it like it's
tuned that part out.
teleporting, or I guess I was just the one reading it. I'm like
Yeah,
asking.
so that's what you
Sorry,
get,
sorry,
Sasha.
sorry.
Does it give a name of what it is?
No name specifically. It's just a description of what they've said, what they've witnessed, and what happens. That's pretty much it.
I know I'm not there, but could I ask a question about that?
Sure.
So did the people like vanish and then get transported, or did it like literally lift up and then fly away?
Yeah, no, the people didn't vanish. It's the description states that it's almost like hunkered into something, kind of like a dock, I guess you could say, or like a base. Like it sits in something, and then after some time, it kind of just starts to lift out of the dock, and then starts to just kind of float off into the sky.
Ah, okay. So it's an elevator, but can go upwards and sideways.
Yes, I guess. If you guys are really stuck on the elevator thing.
I put floating travel.
Perfect.
It's Willy Wonka's elevator.
Either
Um,
way,
do I find anything about uh, teleportation travel in this book?
Not for this book. The travel section is more about physical means in the sense that like what you can ride, what you can do, um,
Okay.
that type of thing. Not magical. Magical would be a different section. It'd be in the same area, but it'd be a different section.
Okay. Um, I'll kind of fill in Oliver on what I read and just kind of be like, I don't know what this floating travel is, and it doesn't sound like it's readily available, but maybe we could find out more. Um, Exix might know something about it. But I'm going to go ask your librarian friend about teleportation travel. Maybe she knows a book talking about it.
oh, of course. In that case, and I'm like, oh, and before you go, and I'll fill Zaza in on all the information that I learned about the gods, which is all written down in notes under History of Gods.
Mm.
Anyway, about the 8 figureheads and everything. So now Zaza and I know about that, which I think is really cool. I like that. And I'll be like, well, the only other thing that I think we needed to, there wasn't really anything else that we needed to study per se tonight, so I will go with you.
All right. And just so I could say this, because I probably rarely will, I told you so. Not all gods are evil or good. They're a
Well,
balance.
I never really, I mean, good and evil is such a interesting thing. I mean, people slap those titles on anything, as we've seen with this. I would refer to them as that just simply because that's what I had heard and that I thought that's what it was, but now we know that that's not the case, that they're not really good or evil. They're just, it's what people label them as. And people have labeled my work as evil before, and I wouldn't think that as such, but we do what we need to do in for the sake of bettering ourselves and our society and in the pursuit of knowledge. But yes, you were right and I was wrong, so thank you for leading me down the right path.
Of course. Now let's see if there's anything about teleportation travel.
Righto.
And walk up to the librarian's area and get her attention.
Oh, hello. She'll just adjust her glasses a little bit. How goes the studies?
Oh, so far we've learned quite a bit. Thank you. But I was interested, do you have information specifically about teleportation travel? Um, More specifically, where it's found.
Oh, of course. And she'll kind of walk out of the section down a couple rows, and it's only like a row or two over from where you got the information about the trains and whatnot. And she'll just be like, "Well, it's in this section. Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure you'll find it here."
Thank you, my dear. Is there a book that you know specifically about, or do I just need to kind of look?
It's more of just looking for your taste. Because most of the section talks about that type of thing you're looking for in generic terms. So I guess it's kind of up to you what you're looking for specifically.
Okay. Well, thank you.
My pleasure. And then she'll just wander off back to her section. Okay,
So,
how do you two want to handle this? Oliver, are you gonna help Zaja? Are you gonna take your own part of it? What's
I'll
the
just
plan?
give Zaja advantage because I'm not really like studying. I mean, I know that Zaja already studied this and learned a lot about it, so I trust her to be to study it. So I would just be there to like assist her.
Okay.
So I could give her guidance and advantage if that's how we want to do it.
Okay.
With the eight.
Zaja, you can give me an Arcana or Investigation check, or a third one if you're so willing to.
argue.
Yeah.
No, I'll do investigation.
Okay. So you have remember you have advantage, and then you have a D4 to it as well.
I got 16. Plus 1. Woo, 17.
Okay, that's still pretty good. So in the book, gleaning it over, feeling guided by Oliver, who's been here for a good amount of time, he kind of slowly starts to point out certain things that you should look for in the book. And you do start to learn that there are some forms of teleportation, although it is not as readily available as it used to be. There are people that have written about how there are certain places in the world where there are teleportation circles set for if people wanted to do mass teleportation of, say, like evacuation of towns or whatever the situation was. And these are directly connected to one another. So there are places that if you need to go somewhere that you could probably find a circle if you were looking for it. There is also talk of other specific individuals in the world that are able to do such a feat, but those are starting to wither out. But there are no names of who can do it or anything like that.
Okay.
There wasn't names for people that could do it. Is that what I heard?
Correct. In the book that Zaja picked out, there are no names.
Not really an option is what I'm writing down. um, I'm like, well, it seems like our best option for transportation to get there would be these trains that you read about.
That is
Why?
true. But they don't travel over water, and that's still a long trip.
Well, if we do some research, we might be able to see if we could find either the elevator, I don't know what else to call the half circle that you read about, or one of the teleportation circles to take us across. Because if we could take a train to one of those locations, then it could cut our time drastically. I'm
That
just
I
not.
agree.
I think to find out that information, I would need to talk to maybe one of the teachers here at the school, and I have someone in mind.
Wonderful.
He's definitely one of the teachers here, and I can go talk to him tomorrow before. Or would I know if he stays up this late?
Assuming that we're talking about the same person, no, you wouldn't know if they stay up late or even if they stay at the school.
I'm talking about Gu, Lorn, Ren.
Yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't know if they stayed or if they are even here anymore, like at this
Okay,
hour.
then yeah, I'll say tomorrow sometime or the next day I can come and ask them about it.
That sounds wonderful. But I'm feeling like I need to get back and rest and meditate before the fight tomorrow.
Ah, yes, I believe I do too. So let's put everything back and we can head out. And I'll start picking up the books that we had and everything and putting them away.
I'll assist and head out.
Okay. Let us cut to Gaius and Nath. Are you two? I know you two are in the tavern. Are you planning on doing anything in there? Or what? Anything crazy or?
I wanted to talk to Nath a bit. So while we're kind of just sitting, I would have a drink on me and kind of sipping it, and then I'll look to Nath. Do you think there's a possible way we could get your backpack out of whatever Lokius did to it without him?
Yeah, that's what I was about to check up on. So maybe you should stop drinking, considering, I kinda might need your help.
I down the rest of it. Okay, let's go. Let's go do this. Let's go take a look. Nath?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I downed the rest of my drink, and then, okay, let's go do this.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
I'm gonna set my glass down and begin walking up the stairs.
I will follow suit. Do I still have the mirror on me? Considering I have the other backpack.
I believe yes, you would still have the mirror on you because I don't think you put it anywhere like or left it or whatever the case may be, if I remember correctly.
Okay, just making sure. Well then I'll keep the mirror on hand.
Okay. Once we get to the room, I'm just gonna kind of crouch down next to where the bag is or where it should be, and just kind of stare at the empty space. Any ideas?
Let me look at my photo first. I will pull out my selfie that is in my bug right now.
Okay.
Did the bug take a picture of the bag?
The picture does not show a bag, it just shows an empty corner with you making a duck face.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
I will pull out the mirror and pose again. Do I see the bag?
Yes, you do see the bag in the mirror in the corner, just laying in the corner.
Then I will override the photo with a new duck face.
Okay.
Once it's been snapped, I'm gonna look at it.
Same thing.
Still no bag?
Are you taking
I
a
do
picture
some
of
sort
the
of-
mirror or the corner of the room?
No, I'm taking a picture of the mirror so that
Oh.
I get an angle of it.
Then yes. If you're taking a picture of the mirror specifically, then yes, you do see it in the mirror in the photo.
Can I do some sort of Arcana check to see what Lokius could have possibly done?
Can I do the same?
Sure. You could either do separate rolls or you can give one or the other advantage.
Hey, how good are you? Let's say on a scale of 1 to however high it can go, how good are you at Arcana?
when it comes to magical things, I would say I'm like at around a 7.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Was that interaction?
I rolled a 20, unnatural.
Okay. With a 20, you kind of, you know, both of you putting your heads together, you can put together that obviously it is not on this plane. It is somewhat or somehow made kind of ghostly, I guess is the way to put it. But you can start to put together that if it was made that way and you can see it in the physical world, that it can be brought out of its ghostly form in some way or another, but you still don't know how to do it specifically based off the knowledge that you two know.
Question.
Mhm.
Is it so with see invisibility, I can see into the ethereal plane. So I assume I can somewhat understand that plane, considering I have that spell.
Correct. Yes. That's correct.
Would this bag be in like a similar plane as that?
Very similar.
Okay. Can I try and shove my hand in the mirror?
Please don't break it.
I'm not.
Yeah. You
I'm not gonna do it forcefully. I'm gonna do it
you try to
gently.
put your hand in the mirror and your hand basically taps the mirror. Like it's a physical thing. You can't put your hand in it.
Okay.
Harder.
Can I put the mirror towards the bag, like as close as I can to where I remember it where it was?
Okay.
Now can I try shoving my hand in the mirror?
Same thing. You kind of just tap the mirror.
Can I
I
try
would
something?
identify, but you took away my gold. How dare you?
Yeah, he did the same for me.
What's up, guys?
Can I try, since I know the location of the bag and technically of my dagger, could I try to, I guess, reach out to my dagger and try to recall it?
Try to reach out. Nothing.
Nothing, okay.
Why'd you stick your hand out?
I thought I saw some dust and it was getting in my eye. Had to shoo it away.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, you have your dagger in there, right?
I just tried that. It's not gonna work.
Oh, how come?
That is an excellent question. I'm gonna assume it's because it's technically on a different plane of existence right now.
That is true. That is true.
In more than one way, since it's also inside your bag.
Can I leap into the corner?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm guessing it does nothing. Okay.
it does not. There's a loud thud, and guys, you kind of watch him jump into the corner.
Can I TP into the corner? Through the mirror. Through the mirror. Like, I'm gonna make angle, look into the corner, make sure where the bag is. I'm gonna TP while looking into the mirror. I hopefully don't get teleported into the mirror, but I will try.
Okay. For a split second, guys, you watch an ass disappear, and then reappear next to you where the bag is.
And no bag.
No.
At this point, I'm out of ideas myself, so I'm just gonna be kind of watching, providing some sort of like help every once in a while, but sitting cross-legged on the bed, just kind of watching.
Considering I already know that it's similar to the ethereal plane, can I make an other Arcana check or investigation check or something like that to figure out what type of plane this is?
The type of plane that the bag is in?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's basically the ethereal plane. It's not like a separate plane.
Okay.
It's not like a third plane like that comes in from left field. It's still the ethereal plane.
Colin, what's the name of that shatter
Colin?
kite that was guys?
Everyone's
What
doing
is the
it.
name of that shatter kite that's back at the orphanage?
Oh, you mean Senti?
Yes.
Okay, well, you got the name.
Oh, yeah, Senti. I have a feeling they might have some idea on what this is and how we might be able to take it out.
Or we could, I mean, at this point, it'd just be better off waiting for Lokius, but
What,
'Cause
what do you mean by Lokius? What do you mean? Did he do something to this or?
I mean, he's a powerful kid. I mean, he brought me back.
Actually, yeah. How'd you even get the mirror if the mirror was inside of my bag?
I found it underneath my bed.
Insight.
Like, immediately.
I rolled a 9.
I roll a 14.
You believe him, Naz?
Okay.
Yeah, no idea how it got there. I just kind of, I tripped over my own boot, and then I landed and saw it underneath my bed.
Okay. Well, I feel like it'd be much quicker to just go over to Senti, considering he just went over and ran away, and I have no clue where he's going. So I'm gonna go over to the orphanage.
I don't know. I'm gonna stop him. It's currently evening. How about we wait for the morning to do that?
That's true. I'll go to sleep right now then.
As you
Hold on. Insight check that.
okay.
Because the way he said that was not good. I rolled a 5.
Well, I guess you don't believe me.
Are you trying
considering
to
I
hide
was telling the
something?
truth? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to
Okay.
sleep now.
There you
Okay.
go. When you go to pick up the mirror to put it away, Nath, give me a Arcana or Investigation check.
If I use investigation, can I use passive?
No,
Damn you!
because this one's kind of pointing it out. This isn't like
Ah!
passively around. Okay.
I hate my life. I gave myself proficiency into insight, and I've only rolled like 5, 6, 2.
You mean Investigation?
Yes, using investigation and nothing else. I hate it.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna pat him on the back.
I would have
think
gotten
it's-
in that 20 if I used Arcana.
Okay, buddy. I think it's time to wind down and go to bed. I'm telling you to go to bed. I'm tired. Leave my room now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now.
I'm gonna slam the door.
Okay. Nath, do you take the mirror with you?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm pissed. I hate my life. I should have just used Arcana.
Okay. We cut to Bosco and Loki's. Since that unfortunate series of events just happened. So easy enough. Bosco, Loki's leads you to the castle. It's kind of getting into the evening, but we're at the front doors and walks up to the castle. Loki's talks to the guard for a bit, and then the door opens and he's being led in. So now you are both led into the castle. Is there
Why
anything
are
you
we
wanna
going here?
Oh, I need to talk to Tor for a quick second and maybe exit if he's here.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do, or are you just kind of here tagging along?
Tagging along.
Oh, okay.
As we're walking, I want to like try poking him in the leg.
What's that for?
Making sure your soul's still attached to your body.
He'll kind of stop and then, like, poke you in the cheek. Okay.
What, did you think I was disattached?
Yeah, I wanted to see if your soul was attached to your body. Then he's gonna poke you again.
I'm gonna poke him back.
Haha. Okay. Start walking, walking along and towards the stairs and then up. As you do, what is your passive perception, Bosco?
13.
Okay. As you're walking, you kind of see Lokius's like arm move, but you can't tell like what he was doing. You can just see the movement of the arm. And as you do, when you get up to the door, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh. That's Nate.
So as you start to get towards the door, you start to feel like real groggy. Like your footsteps start to get real heavy. And then you kind of like fall to one knee, and you see Lokius turn around and get like a little bit of panic faced. He goes, wait, what's going on?
Oh, the alcohol's catching up to me.
Hey, just, and that's the last thing you hear before you just like black out. Okay, at this point,
Hey, yo, is this a long rest? We finally get into arena day?
I fucking had lucky. I could have re-rolled that. Fuck, it's too late.
well, I mean, if you want to, I'll allow it.
Alright.
Why
I hope
not?
you roll a nat 1.
I hope
Yeah,
so too. Then I would
forcing
get to
arena.
re-roll it again, fucko, the clown.
Okay, fine. I hope you get as many. How many? Is there like a holy crap.
How
Okay.
dare you?
What did you get?
24.
Oh, okay, that changes things. So with that,
Yeah, no arena day.
you see him kind of wave his arm, almost like in a gesture. And at that point, like maybe a couple seconds later, you feel this weird like ease or uneasiness kind of jump into your head. And it doesn't feel like it came from Loki's in front of you. It felt like it came from behind you. But you hold firm in your head, and it kind of dazes off. But you see Loki is just continuing to walk towards the throne room. Oh, tired?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to get into the evening.
Were you wanting to talk to them privately or anything? Or
Oh no, it's okay. You can come in.
okay.
So then Lokius will just walk in, doesn't really say anything. And you follow right behind, and when you walk in, it's fairly dark in the throne room. But you do see Tor off to the side, kind of writing in a book, and you see Exit off to the left, kind of sitting there like scratching his chin. And Lokius will be like, "Oh, hey, Exit, can I talk to you?" He'll kind of look over and gesture Lokius to walk over. As they're talking, Lokius starts to explain like the current situation of what's going on, and then you start to hear Exit talk back about updates on the opportunists. So he talks about how the last time stop where you guys tried looking for him, he wasn't there. He was actually on the other side of the city investigating a couple of quote-unquote opportunists that were in a forest area and got into a tussle with some type of adventurer, and that he was trying to investigate what was actually going on, but then they kind of disappeared into the forest, and when he went to go track them, there was nothing there. It's like they kind of disappeared. When you hear this, it kind of tracks with the story that Gaius told you in the tavern.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Gaius told me about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that story starts to track as Lokius and Exit are talking.
Does Lokius mention the part about it being kidnapped?
Lokius does not. He doesn't. He just kind of takes in the information that Exit is giving without reciprocating any of it back. He's just kind of understanding what's going on. And then Exit will turn to you.
What brings you with Lokius?
I was brought with Lokius.
Oh, I see. Do you have any information about what is going on?
Did they mention before the crazy cultist that we caught?
Oh, are you talking about the one that was brought into here?
Yep. We found him. He was trying to kidnap a lady. And then we
Yes.
tied him up and he killed himself.
Yes, that is Thor filled me in. That is what she's looking into right now, actually.
Does that happen often? Have you caught them before?
Not like that. And it does not match the description of the ones we met in the forest. It is very odd.
Yeah, I think one of our Gaius was kidnapped by some of the guys from the forest as well.
Oh.
He got
Is he
away.
Oh, okay, that is good news.
He's a slippery bastard.
Hmm. Well, we are currently looking into it under hush hush, if you catch my drift.
Yes,
I
I
would,
catch your drift.
I would prefer not to have a panic in the city towards the end of the festival.
Yes, of course, naturally.
As such,
Please watch over this one. And he'll put his hand on Loki's head.
he might try to go places. Please do watch over him.
How do you think I ended up here?
You are a funny one.
I'm-
But is there anything else that you wish to discuss?
Loki's
Is
will be
there
like,
anything
"No."
else you think we should know about them? Like, what happened with them in the forest? Oh yeah, did they ever find that red tree, I think, that he mentioned?
There is a red tree?
Yeah, I think something about that, but he... I don't remember very well. It was like a... Who's flirting with... Never mind. I'm distracted by something.
I'm not aware of a red tree. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't remember. It was something about how Gaius got kidnapped, and when he woke up, there was some creepy red tree, but when he tried to walk towards it, the kidnappers just started, like, gathering in front of him, scaring him back. So he bolted.
Tree. I will put that down.
I can haul him in here in the morning if you want to hear it from him.
Oh no, we cannot. Me and Thor will not be here. We have a lot of stuff. It's the final day of the festival.
Ah, of course.
We
Very
have,
busy day.
yes, things to take care of. But if you are still around after the festival, please do stop by.
Yeah, of course. And we have a whole competition to go to tomorrow.
Ah, fighters in the arena.
Yep, a few of our guys are going and fighting in that. I am. Never mind.
Ah, fantastic. I can't wait to watch.
Neither can I.
And then Loki's will be like, okay, I think that's it. Are you ready to go, Busco?
Sure.
Okay, but bye.
It was nice to see you.
And then Exit will be like,
Can I talk to Loki in private for a moment?
Sure. I'll just go wait outside the door.
Thank you.
and then, are you trying to listen in, or are you just waiting?
No, I'll respect Loki's privacy.
Okay.
I don't want to get fucking launched out the door.
Okay. You sit outside and wait, and then after a brief pause, it's not too long. You kind of faintly hear Loki's voice. What is your passive perception again?
13.
You very faintly hear him say, "Bye, Unky," and then he comes to the door.
Scoozy?
So, are we ready?
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Huh?
I'm good.
Okay. So let's go back to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you two eventually leave the castle.
All right.
What?
So at this point, Oliver and Zaja would be going back to the tavern. Gaius and Nath, you two are going to sleep. So at this point, I guess everyone would kind of be either in the tavern or making their way back. Is there anything anyone wants to cover before tonight goes over?
When I get back to the tavern, I probably want to pop downstairs and see if I can learn about any other gambling of the event going on.
Okay. Give me a. What would this be under? Because you're looking for information on the betting. Give me a persuasion or performance check.
$22.
Ooh. Okay. Down there, after playing a little bit here and there, like you generically do, you start to talk to someone and they tell you about a figure that will be in a black and white overcoat that kind of sits in the stands that silently takes bets here and there from people if they're willing to during the fighting. But he only takes them just before the fight. Like there isn't going to be a line or anything. You have to catch him before the fight starts.
How reliable is this gambling?
Oh, it's fairly reliable.
Good.
Yeah, if you find the man in the coat, as they say.
Okay. Have you heard any odds for any of them yet?
Well, a lot of people are going to be putting money down on iron. But besides that, I mean, there's Arthur. Some people have heard about Zaja, but besides that, it seems like there's no really big no names in there.
This iron, eh? Are they a famous contender or something?
Eh, I wouldn't say they're a famous contender, but they're pretty versed in fighting.
Mm.
She didn't earn iron for nothing.
I just want to whisper to the guy. One of my friends is fighting against them first round. I'm curious to see how well or poorly it will go.
Yeah.
No one appreciates Wrath the Wrathful.
Watch for the dork with the mask.
I won't.
All right, that's about it
You know
for
what?
me.
Just to go against you, I'm gonna fight her with all I can, and I'm gonna still lose.
Shut up, no metagaming.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to discuss, figure out, talk about?
Hoop de doop. Forgot to change this to tavern music. Okay. If not, let's go ahead and everyone cycle through a long rest.
Is it finally happening?
Hooray, I can finally heal from my level of exhaustion.
This is where we end the session.
Okay, guys, see you next week.
Today's the day.
All right. So, any plans for the morning?
I'm going to grab Lokius. Lokius.
Good morning.
Hey,
Why
I
are
think
you
we
holding
should-
me?
I'm more of making sure you don't escape me like you did yesterday.
What? What do you mean? It was a funny, wasn't it?
I mean, go get his bag, please.
What bag? I look at you really smugly.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I only require 4 hours of sleep. Would I be awake long before everybody?
If you choose to be, if you complete your long rest and then get up, and then you would be up.
Yes, I would do that.
Okay.
Because I kinda want to stay awake for Lokius.
Okay.
Like to ambush him in the dead of night.
Okay, hang on. Now, when you say ambush in the dead of night, so you did have something to take care of in the middle of the night,
No,
or are
that's
you
not what I
waiting
mean.
till
I mean,
like they wake up?
I'm waiting until everybody wakes up.
Okay. So I'll say for the purpose of this, then you would have been waiting outside Gaius's and Lokius's door. For the sake of this, then. And at this point, you would hear Gaius and Lokius talking.
I'm gonna try and twist her door slowly, just to see if it's unlocked.
It would be.
The door slightly opens, and you see Lokius giving Gaius a smug face right now.
Hey there, buddy.
Huh?
I'm gonna whisper to Lokius. He doesn't know that you did this. I just go along with it, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna insight check that because last time he said okay and agreed with me, he dipped.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not one. Yeah,
It's
I
Lokius.
believe him.
You,
I believe him wholeheartedly.
there's a soft spot for Lokius.
So,
hi.
I heard that you might know how to access my bag.
Yeah, he did it. No point at guys.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I hope it's another nat one just to keep
Actually-
that rolling.
Would I actually need to do an insight check considering Gaius was like, I don't know, I just found your bag or like that.
If you believe Gaius, then yes, you technically wouldn't need to. If you
Then I
believe
do
him.
believe, guys, that he just found the bag, but I do not trust this little kid.
Okay, then you wouldn't need to.
Okay. I don't believe that's the case, little Lokius.
What?
So much for going along with it. I'll say under my breath.
But he's the one that brought it up to me.
lisp. What do you mean going along with it, Gaius?
Yeah, Gaius.
I'm gonna look down at Lokius. What kind of look is he giving me?
He's giving you a smug look right now.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Nath. What kind of look am I getting from him?
Eyes that want to murder someone for stealing his dust.
Druggy.
Yeah, the
What
eyes
is-
of a druggie.
What what is the equivalent of the Fifth Amendment in this world?
There isn't one.
It's
I,
called
uh,
run, bitch.
I am sworn to secrecy
See? It is him.
to Lokius.
Yeah, we're sworn. Wait, it didn't come out right.
So you both know about this, and you both kept it a secret. And I'm pointing my two fingers up, pointing at them, like spread apart.
Trying to do this stealthily. I'm just gonna kind of be making a little gesture, like saying, "Hey, Lokius did it."
So real quick, guys, I just want to clarify. When you grabbed Lokius, did you let him get out of the bed, or did you grab him when he woke up?
I would have grabbed him as he was getting out of bed.
Okay. And are you still holding him? Or would you let go when Nath walked in?
I would have let go when. I would have let go when Nath walked in, but I would have been prepared to grab him again if he decided to make a run for it.
Okay. If that's the case, I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics it is. Nat 2022.
So yeah, he rolled poorly
Awesome.
anyways, it didn't matter. So you reflexively you see him start to move almost away from you, and you kind of grab him by the shoulder. Oh, hey. I know we're
You're not
sworn and
getting
all,
away
but
that. You're not getting away that easily.
oh, darn. Okay.
I think we should just come clean.
Eh.
It's the right thing to do.
What are you two
Okay.
gonna come clean about?
Bosco paid us to hide your bag.
Okay, I'm taking my drugs and giving myself wisdom.
Okay.
Please fail. Please fail. I so badly want.
Oh my gosh. That. Oh my gosh. Gaius is definitely holding back a laugh.
I just rolled a 17.
You rolled a 15. So you see through it. He's obviously lying about it.
Fuck.
I know you're lying about that one too. You can't separate me from my dust. Just speak the truth, little Lokius.
Do we need to have an intervention?
Yeah,
My
he's
eye
taking drugs.
twitches as I look at you. No. Now hand me my bag back.
Okay, but you can't look. No peeking.
Oh, little Lokius. Do you not realize that if I do not look, you might hide it from me again? You
Guy-
cannot hide Baggy from me again.
How about this? I will look away. That way I don't know how you do it, because the whole reason you did this was to keep my dagger away from me. And then Nath can watch.
No, nobody looks or no bag.
Can I set up?
Guard the exits.
What
I
are you
was
setting
actually
up?
gonna see if I still had. Okay. Huh. Actually, yeah. Can we guard the exits?
Okay, there's one door and one window.
Okay.
I will guard the window.
I will turn my back on the door.
Make-
Actually, no. I will close it first so that he doesn't get a teleportation opportunity. Close the blinds.
There are no blinds.
I'm gonna take the blanket and just kind of hold it
Let's
up
go.
and cover the window.
Let's
What?
go, Loki.
What are you? Not.
We're making sure you don't escape with your shenanigans, because
Oh.
you know you are surprisingly good at that.
Okay. No, look. I'll kind of start walking towards the corner of the room where you guys remember the bag.
When I hear him turn around, can I take a little peeky?
Yeah, when you do, he looks at you.
Oh, I refuse to look. I refuse to look.
I will turn back around.
Because he did a double take before he actually did something.
Okay. I
said no
closed
peeking.
my eyes now. I'm sorry. I will listen in for the double take.
I mean, what do you mean listen for a double take?
I don't know.
There's
I'm just
there's-
listening for every breath that's happening.
There's
Yeah, I'm
a-
gonna be listening for any footsteps like that sound like they're trying to get away.
Okay. So you both hear him go over to the corner and kind of what you assume to sit down. And there's a brief pause. Then you hear rustling outside in the tavern, assuming that there's people. There's another brief pause.
As soon as that, okay, now that brief pause is activated, can I take another little peekies?
It would be funny if he's just staring at you.
When you look back, he is looking at you.
I
He's
turn
glancing
my
at
head
both of
back
you.
slowly.
I'm being a good little boy and not looking.
Fine, I won't look. This is the last time.
God damn it, Nath. You're just making it take more time.
I just need to figure
Just
out how the
cast
kid did
blindness
it.
on him.
Okay. What is your passive perception, Nath?
20. Oh wait, no. 18.
Shut up.
I thought you
Okay.
meant investigation.
Perception, you said 18 for perception?
Uh huh.
Holy crap.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. There's a brief pause. There's still another pause. And you feel
Lokius, are you still there?
a weird breath on the back of your neck, Nath.
Turn around quickly.
Ha! You peeked.
What the heck was that breath?
You peeked. Get out.
No, what was that breath? No, what was that breath?
That was me.
Lokius. Oh, why were you sniffing my neck?
Because you were gonna peek again.
No, I only peeked. Well, I didn't peek.
You
I
just peeked.
I wasn't peeking. I just felt a breath on my neck. Don't
I
breathe
mean,
on
yeah,
me.
but
Lokius.
there's only 3 of
Lokius,
us
you
in
do have-
here.
But you do have to admit, wouldn't you turn around suddenly if you felt someone breathing down your neck?
Not if I knew there were only 3 people in here.
Exactly. That's what makes it worse.
But
You
we also
peeked.
live in a. Oh my god. Nath, just stand outside the door.
No, I was just like saying it makes it worse because there might be a 4th person here all of a sudden that might have crawled out of my bag.
You have a person in
Nath.
your bag?
No, I do not.
Why
But what if?
Get out.
Fine. Don't look inside of my bag.
Okay. Do you
I
leave the room?
step out.
And Loki
I'm gonna
shuts the
be-
door.
Can I use my carpenter's tools to dig a hole through the door?
If you want to.
Just a fucking
Sure.
saw.
Hey, just out of curiosity, where do you keep your carpenter's tools?
Damn you!
I was about to ask, so how do you do it?
Okay, I'll start scratching at the door with my nails.
Okay.
You'll just hear muffled.
Just
"Knock it
for
off."
knowledge sake, neither of you heard neither of you heard Loki's move. You just heard him talk, and then all of a sudden that just happened.
That's terrifying.
And then when the door shuts, okay, no peeking, guys.
I haven't been the whole time.
Okay. He'll walk over to the corner, and you'll hear him shuffle a bit. And then there's a pause. And then another pause. Do you peek?
No.
Okay. And then you start to hear this, like, almost like this slight, like, I don't want to say scraping, but like, almost as if someone is drawing on the floor, but it's not like carving into the wood or anything. You can hear the slight, like,
Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't have 18, I had 23 with my passive perception because I had advantage.
you still wouldn't have noticed it.
I wouldn't have still? Damn.
He rolled a natural 20. He rolled really high on that one.
What? Can I ask, was he actually breathing down my neck?
No, he wasn't breathing down your neck.
He's just
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, there was the couple pauses, which would essentially be him walking up to you, and then you just felt the breath on your neck. But anyways, so guys, you hear like this slight like movement, and all of a sudden there's just in the corner of your eye you see this like slight quick flash of light. He goes, "Okay, it's back."
This isn't.
Did he
this
speak
isn't a
loud
bit.
enough?
Nope. And you hear the rustle of the bag.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at him.
He is sitting there holding
I'm
the
gonna.
bag.
I'm going to keep the blanket up to the window. Nath, you can come in now.
I burst in through the door.
Try to go through the door, and you hit the door. The door is locked.
Baggy, the door is locked, you monsters.
Oh, yeah, the door is locked.
Do you want to unlock the door?
I'm holding the bag.
Lokius, unlock the door.
Lokius, you can put the bag down.
I could, but then what if you try and grab the dagger?
I'm over here holding up this blanket, trying to make sure you don't leave. I will not, because I know I'm fairly certain you could easily grab it and then do whatever you do as faster than I can get over there.
Can I hear through the door what they're saying?
Yes, you can hear through the door.
Lokius, just slide down my thieves' tools.
What? No. He'll hold the bag and then walk over to the door with the bag in hand. And then unlock the
Lokius,
door.
I also promised you that I wouldn't use it unless absolutely needed.
Oh. And then Nath, the door unlocks.
I open the door slowly now.
As you open it, you see Lokius.
Do I see the bag?
You see him holding the bag, yes.
Lokius, could you hold that open for a second?
Why?
So I could grab my rope?
No.
Okay, well then can I trust you to pull me out of the bag?
What
No.
are you doing?
I'm going in.
Why?
Okay, I
It's
don't want
been
part
so
of
long.
this. So I'm just gonna put this here. And he puts it down on the bed.
I grab it instantly. Wait, nope. I closed the door beforehand.
Okay. I don't want to be a part of this.
Nope. You stay in here so that I could check on it first.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the blanket back on the bed. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith and see if I can't get myself a dagger.
Is my baggie an actual baggie?
Yes, it is your actual bag.
I stick my head in.
Mm-hmm.
Is the dead body still in there?
What?
You think for a second. Then you open your eyes, and yes, the body comes floating across.
Goodness.
What? Hold on. Is this something that happened in previous sessions that I'm just not remembering?
Yes. I remember the dead body.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my bones.
Oh, that reminds me. Before I'm finished walking out of the room, I'm gonna stop by the doorway. Oh, Nath, can you throw me one of those bone fragments we found in the sewers?
I pull my head out of the bag, dust covered. Huh? What did he say?
Can I see one of the bone fragments that we found in the sewer?
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
give
sure.
you-
I stick my hand out, I pull out one of the bones, and I toss it to the guy.
I'll catch it and then
Um,
just kind of pocket it.
I need you to make a acrobatics or dexterity check for me, guys. Oh my god.
18.
Okay. You snatch it before Loki's.
I
So
give
when
him a little. I give him a little wink and then pocket the bone shard.
Aw. Hey, do you have any more of those?
Yeah, I do.
Can I get one?
Yeah, sure.
Is it the same kind like that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's part of the same body, too.
Okay. And just to
I toss it
clarify,
to him.
was that the regular bone you're talking about, or a divination bone?
Oh, all three of them are divination bones. If I
Right,
remember
that's why I had
correctly.
to clarify. Okay, so you tell us Loki's one?
Yeah, so I only have one left for me.
Okay. He will catch it. Oh, thank you.
Oh shoot, I shouldn't do this now.
Okay, I gotta go.
Oh, okay, bye, Lokius. I gotta wake up Zaja now. I'm gonna get undressed.
I'm
gonna put
closing the door.
What? What?
I'm gonna put on my
What?
mask. I'm gonna put on my mask.
Oh, you go back to your room? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm doing this in
Oh
guys'
my.
room.
Okay.
What?
Anyways, when he does that,
I just
guys.
heard. I need to go wake up Sasha. I get undressed.
Guys, as you close the door, you see
For her husband.
Loki is kind of looking at the bone, and then, as he gets ready to walk down the stairs, he turns to go down the stairs, and then you see him let go of the bone, and you see it kind of dissolve into the air, and then he just walks down the stairs.
Could I
Don't
do?
you dare say the session ends now.
Could I do some sort of check to see what he did? Like maybe, I don't know, Arcana or religion?
Either or, yeah, go for it.
Where's my religion at? I want to see if that's better than the Arcana. Nope, I'll do Arcana. That is a 23.
You can surmise that in some way he just used up the bone, but based off your current knowledge, you don't know how he just used the bone. You know that he did something with it, obviously, something magical, but you don't know what he just did.
Okay. So I know that it can be attuned to. Is that like something that he?
It does
Could
not.
be-
It is not similar to a tuning.
Okay.
He used it like an item, basically.
Okay. How would I attune to this bone? Would I have to like? Could I just do that passively as I'm kind of walking through the streets, searching for the smith, and kind of just messing with it in my pocket?
You can mess with it and everything, but it doesn't need attunement. Like, you can't attune to it.
I thought you said it did. You could.
Did I? Am I thinking of a different bone?
Let me see. It was the
rib cage that we found in the sewers in session 2. I had used Identify on it and found out it had Divination magic and can also be attuned to.
Correct, the rib cage. But you just have a single bone, is that correct?
I thought it was the whole thing. Like, even pieces of it could be attuned to.
I thought we started finding pieces of them, but like we never like fully found all of them. Because I was like digging around for them too, and then we just ended up going and doing other stuff. I thought.
Because Gaius almost got killed.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
I do vaguely remember the identify, but I think that was on the cage, wasn't it? Not the separate bones. Because I know that Oliver tried to put the bone on the cage and it melded.
No, that was before we found the whole skeleton. This was a rib cage we found, like just in the passage, like the first corridor
Oh,
that
yeah.
we were walking down.
I remember that.
Right, but it was still the cage, the rib cage, right?
No, the bone that we found at the first time didn't mend to the rib cage. Oliver, when he was digging around for other things, he found another bone, and that one mended to the rib cage.
Right. But the rib cage as a whole is what you're talking about, right, guys? Like for the attunement is what you wrote down? Because I have in my notes that it's the rib cage that is attunable.
It must be what I was referring to. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wait,
the
you could've-
Curious.
So
now I
the-
kind of want to know what the ribcage would do.
so the bones can attach to that rib cage via Oliver, who figured it out. But it's the rib cage itself that has the attunability, not the single bone you have.
Okay. Well, I got a plan.
Oh, it's almost like you guys should probably go back.
Like I said, I got a plan. I'm gonna kind of jog up next to Lokius. Hey, what
Oh,
are you off
hey.
to do?
Yep.
No, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm going into Silkheart. Yay! Today's the final day.
Okay, do you wanna go on a little adventure with me?
He'll kind of lean in. Are we sworn?
This
You're
it doesn't-
married.
It doesn't have to be secretive.
Oh, so you want to say it publicly?
I don't know what you are going on about now. Actually, I am very confused.
He'll get a really smug face. Oh, nothing. Okay, where do you want to go?
Well, first I want to stop by the blacksmith. That way I can hopefully grab a dagger. And then there's something I wanted to check out down in the sewers.
Oh, we're not staying out for the festival?
It should be pretty quick. I know where I wanted to look at is.
Oh, it's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, I would ask the others, but they're 3 of them are signed up for the fight. Bosco is Bosco. Ash is
Excuse me.
somewhere, and I don't want to go off alone again.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Okay, let's go. And he'll actually wrap his arm around yours.
Oh,
What the fuck was that?
Okay, I'll
It's
allow
rustic.
it.
Okay, one foot in front of the other.
You fucking
Okay.
ooh woo me, you bitch.
Okay, blacksmith first.
Yep.
And then we're gonna start walking towards the blacksmith.
Okay, at this point, what are the rest of you doing in the tavern? It is morning. What's the plan?
I'm doing a long yoga session, stretching and getting limber.
After I'm done getting changed into the Wrath clothing, I'd like to burst into Zaja's room.
Okay, Zaja, is your door normally locked?
No, it is not.
Okay. Wrath bursts in.
Wrath is ready to fight, baby!
She will laugh, but not even open her eyes and look at him. She'll just continue with her poses. Ah, so you've emerged.
What do you mean Wrath has emerged? As he begins posing and flexing his very small muscles.
I see that you're preparing for the day.
Is it not today?
Wait, did we take a long rest?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I'm
because you were
sorry.
away
You're
from
good.
the table at the time.
Did we,
Yeah.
did we ever hear how Super describes his wrath persona? Like, what is he wearing besides a mask?
He's shirtless. There is pretty much mechanical exoskeleton surrounding his body. It's very slim, but he's scarred all over. And like you can see, there's literal piercings all over his body. Well, not like piercing, but like piercing scars, and just like metal all over him.
About Nath in general?
Yeah, because he's shirtless, but he does have pants on. He has normal pants.
Mm-hmm.
He's also with shoes.
Had to clarify. Don't want the artist making him shoeless. Don't need that on what's that website with all the feet pictures?
Moving
Well-
on from that.
All right.
Wiki
So,
feet.
anyways,
But yeah, the combat is today, right?
Hey, yo.
Yes.
the arena is scheduled today. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, baby! The combat's today!
I will continue without looking at him with my yoga and say, yes, yes, it is.
Wrath is gonna be outside, waiting for ya.
I will see you shortly.
We are gonna be going to the arena together, right?
If you so wish.
Thank you!
I'm just picturing this scene as that one from Zootopia where that elephant's just doing a bunch of different yoga poses.
I was just about to send that.
Oliver and Bosco, where are you two in the tavern? Are you waking up from your rooms? What's the plan?
I would imagine that Bosco, refreshed after finally getting a good night's sleep and not hungover as shit anymore, is enjoying a nice chipper breakfast in the main room.
Okay.
I'd probably spend the morning trying to contact Gabe. And if I didn't, I guess I'd go downstairs. But probably in my room, I'd try to contact him.
Okay. In the morning, you go to try the sending stone, and there is no response.
Still nap time.
He did.
Okay.
Wow, two different answers there. Okay. Oliver, as you walk out of the room, you see Wrath yelling into Zaja's room.
I'll see ya later!
I'll walk
Begin walking
over and put a hand on his shoulder.
Who are you?
Do I recognize him?
Yes.
Wrath is a completely different man.
You recognize it's Nath under a
He
mask.
recognizes nothing.
I'd be like, oh, hi,
Well,
Nath. Good morning.
Roll a deception check for
I'm
me,
not
Nath.
Nath.
Oh,
I
okay.
am Wrath.
Roll a deception check, please.
Do I roll like insight against it, or is it like a flat save?
I just rolled a 16.
If you want to, yeah, I guess I'll yes.
Yeah. I don't know who that man
Uh,
is.
that's Wrath. Looks very similar to someone you know, but it's Wrath.
It's like, wow, you look really familiar. Who are you? And why are
I
you
just
yelling into
see it.
Sasha's room?
My name is Red, and I'm an old friend of Saja's.
No,
Oh.
he's not.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I met her like a week ago.
I don't know if I'm old friends with anyone I met a week ago.
You get to learn a lot about a person in a week.
How did you meet Zaja?
Shoot.
Same way as you.
How did I
Yeah.
meet? Wait. Do I like put two and two together?
Yes, you put 2 and 2 together.
I'm like, Nath, what are you doing?
I am not Nath. I am Wraith.
I am not Nath. I am Red. What does that mean?
I am not Nath. I am Wraith.
And I pull out the flyer.
I see the flyer just has like information about Wrath.
No, it's the competition thing.
Oh,
And I point at Wrath.
I'm like, oh, it's a persona.
I am no
Like the game.
persona. I am Wraith.
Is that all you know how to say, Wrath?
I love this accent.
Wraith knows more than you possibly do.
Never mind, I hate it.
Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs. If you want to join me for breakfast.
Wraith will not join you for breakfast, but he will go downstairs.
Oh, okay. And I'll walk downstairs and order some breakfast. How much is that?
You walk downstairs to order. Believe. Let me double check because I actually have prices now. You do
Also,
see.
Every time I do that voice, I'm flexing my throat. I've never noticed I have so many veins.
Yes.
You do see Bosco sitting there eating.
I'll join him.
Do you want a meal or a veggie meal?
Just a meal.
It is 2 silver pieces.
Oh yeah, I have access to my 9 gold again.
That sounded so depressing.
I mean, at least he didn't say 9 copper.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get just a normal breakfast and go sit by Bosco. And I want to kind of like fill him in on everything that like we learned in the library. Like obviously I'll just do it in like a rant. I'm like, oh my goodness, Bosco, you would not believe the things that we learned at the library yesterday. Zaza and I, we went there to the library and the one at Witherbloom, and we just read all night. And there was so much that we learned and found out about. And then obviously I'll just keep talking and explain it all.
I'm just gonna start chewing on my fork.
I'm gonna step outside now, waiting for Zaja.
Did
But-
I ever see Gaius and Lokius? I almost said Colin pass by.
We are so sorry. We do not know what's been going on today, guys. We've been saying your name and then your name.
Yeah, the timing was kind of weird there. Give me just a regular d20. Just to see if...
Okay.
Just because the timing was weird there in the morning.
I got a 1.
Rough. No, you didn't see them. I'll say you woke up after them. Or at least you assume they're probably still in the room. One of the two.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to completely space out on whatever Oliver is saying.
Um, at like the end of it, after I get done explaining this stuff about the gods and then teleportation and everything, I'm like, so what is your knowledge of what the gods are, like good and evil? In fact, what god do you even worship? I don't know what god you serve under.
Still chewing on my fork and just staring off into the middle distance.
I'll tap on his shoulder.
Oh, you're actually okay. You're finished. What?
Oh, what god do you serve?
You're just asking that now? Didn't I tell you before?
Maybe.
I don't remember you. Enos, god of luck. No, kind of a.
Oh,
I have the coin and everything. Actually, I want to flip my coin right here. Let's see. Oh, great! Another even. Fucking wonderful.
Dude, it's rough out here.
But anyway, what are you saying?
oh, what is your like opinion on the gods and their like good and evil?
It's kind of early for deep philosophical discussions, isn't it?
No, I mean we were just talking about all of that.
We were.
Oh, I mean I was
Never
the
for
past like
philosophical
10 minutes.
discussions in an evening with about 5 pints of ale.
Mm. Well, it's
Deep
just
thinking required right there. Need a proper frame of mind for discussions on good and evil.
was just interesting how so many people are just labeling the gods. It's not necessarily like the gods are actually good or evil, but
Mm.
instead they're more being labeled as such.
Aren't there generally reasons why, like sacrificing of babies and other such things?
Oh, but I mean, all of it's really just dependent on like what people think is good and what is evil. And there's not a lot of like fact into like if what they're doing is like hurting people or helping them. Because it was just like the reason the 8 figure heads, the original ones, which I assume are like the gods, split up. Which is weird because there's 4, quote unquote good gods, and 3 quote unquote bad gods. Who's the 8th figurehead if they were all? Well,
There's an
that's
eighth?
something I'll look. Well, there was 8 figureheads in the books I read. They all spoke about how there was 8 figureheads, but there's 4 good gods. There's Shigaris, Enos, Utar, and Dehextrius, and then there's 3 evil gods: Aslo, Zorena, and Amos. And then I heard rumors of someone who was called a goddess, but that seemed more like almost like a demigod type figure named Hera, and then a similar being named Kuranos. But it seems like there is a figurehead that is not listed. Though I didn't even see what the names of the figureheads were in the books that I read. But anyway, what?
Wasn't that psycho yesterday the one talking about Koranis or something?
I thought Kuranos had to do with the Order of the White Hand and Hera. Mostly Hera, as Kuranos essentially is the yang to her yin. Yin and yang? Yeah. It's just interesting to think that the gods are almost just like an evolution above us. and that possibly you could force that evolution upon people. Because if Lokius and those other children truly are blessed by divine beings, isn't that almost like that forced evolution? It's like they're speeding up what they could eventually become. But then there's the question of which gods are doing that and what their purpose is behind it. But whether or not what they're doing is evil or good is so up for debate, or something that needs to be looked into and really perceived with an open mind. Bosco right now. Why do you put that in the player note taking?
I put that in the wrong one. Yeah, fuck it.
um, and then I'll just be like, oh, sorry, we need to get to the fight, or the fights. We need to get going.
Oh, yeah, we should probably go get Gaius and Lokius up.
Great. And I'll take like a few bites of my food. Well, I'll just scoff it down and eat it real quick.
I can just head up. I'm probably finished by now.
Alright, I'll catch up with you, I say with food in my mouth.
Alright, I clump up the staircase and kick open their door.
There is no one in the room.
Oh, no.
Who's
First
storm with
yesterday
me?
morning, now this morning. Where are those two idiots?
I will be coming out of my room. Oh, morning, Bosco.
Where are the idiots?
Hmm. I heard them leave. What if I heard them talk about what they were doing?
Probably not, because they had the discussion when they left the tavern.
Okay, I couldn't remember if they did it upstairs or when they left.
No, that was when they left.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, you
I'll just-
you probably heard the discussion, knowing that you get up for Yogi. You probably heard the discussion between Nath guys and Loki's in the room. Maybe not specifics, but you knew that they were up.
But I did hear that Nath got his backpack back.
Oh, great. More good news.
Yeah, so there's that, and I think he did a line of gold or something, whatever drug that he takes. And then we Wrath came running in, and now I'm going to go have a light breakfast and head to the arena.
Raja, I swear you were the only normal person here.
Oh,
Hey,
you
yo.
are a dear.
Thanks, but that's more of an insult to everybody else, myself included. Am I going to have to go searching for those two again?
Well, if you do, just be back in time for the fights.
Would I know if there's like a amount of time between they have to show up at the arena, like beforehand and when the actual fights start? Mhm. What about audience? They just show up later? Right. Because after yesterday with the conversation with Exit, I would probably want to go with Lokius. Yeah. I'll probably just turn his eyes just like, just take Oliver and Nath and go head to the arena. I'll go see if I can find those two.
It sounds good. I will expect to hear you rooting.
If I can find them in time. Yes,
Well,
good
you're
luck.
so-
Let's see if you come out on top. I've heard that Iron is quite the contender.
Oh, I met with her husband. He was such a nice man, and I do wish her the best.
Mm.
But I also heard Arthur's the one who put this whole thing together, so he's probably a good contender as well. We'll see if I make it to them.
I heard about him as well. Yeah. Alright, I should probably get heading out. And I'll probably then clomp downstairs and head out the tavern to see if I can find them.
Okay. Zaja, I'm assuming you go downstairs.
Yep, and I'll have a veggie breakfast.
Okay. At this point, you would see Oliver basically finishing up his meal when you come down in order.
Are you ready for the fight today?
Sorry, was it to me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
I'll
like,
sit down with you with my meal.
oh, yes, I am. I've been looking forward to it. I have no idea how I will perform, but I
Oh.
will try my best.
Well, I hope you do wonderful.
Thank you, and you as well. I'm sure you'll do much better than I will.
Well, here's hoping. Now, do know if you do win, we fight against each other.
If I win my first fight,
Yes. Isn't that
Oh.
exciting?
it is. I'll definitely try to win my first fight then. Not because
Yes.
I want to fight you in like a bad way, but it'll be interesting.
Now, no, I will not hold back, so
You two
Be
got
prepared.
like some bad blood.
Oh, neither will I.
I would say it would be interesting to fight Nath. But we both
Oh,
know he won't make
yes.
it that far.
Yeah, I don't think Wrath is gonna make it very far at all. At least not in the tournament. I think if he studies and gets some good information in his head, he'll do well in life. As long as he doesn't do any more stuff with that dust. Ugh.
Wrath is very smart. He's the smartest out of the group. Okay, he might not be like actually smart, but he has the highest intelligence stat.
I think he has a -5 to wisdom.
He doesn't. He has a plus like 2.
I'm saying realistically.
Anyways.
Yeah, that might be true. Oh, actually no, he has a plus 0 to wisdom.
Bullshit I smell.
I hate you.
You can't hear me.
All right.
Um,
Is there anything else we would need to do before we head to the arena?
just plan on it being next week, I guess. Sorry, I mean,
Not necessarily.
down to keep
If you're asking the DM, no, you. As far as you're aware, getting ready, no, you just would show up at a lot of time. If that's the case, at this point, we will cut to Gaius and Loki's.
Guys, leave the goddamn sewer so we can fight.
Gaius, you go looking for a blacksmith store, easy enough to find, and even if you do get lost, you are with Lokius, so he kind of points you in the correct direction. But you show up at the blacksmith.
I do want to just kind of make this quick. That way we can try to get to the arena. So, how much would 2 daggers be?
2 daggers?
Yeah.
that'd be 2 cents.
You'd be looking at about 5, and then Lokius would blurt out that you two are sworn, and the blacksmith would knock it down to 3.
What?
Aww.
They're sworn.
It's a wedding present.
Wait, does Lokius just like know everybody in the town?
What does sworn mean? I feel like that's definitely like marriage.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I
Mhm.
called it.
Oh my.
I called it. He's in love. He's a little love boy with Lokius.
3 gold, right? Because you just said 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 3 gold.
Yeah, I'll hand over the 3 gold and take the 2 daggers.
Oh, please do enjoy the present. I hope those come in handy.
Wedding present.
I'll give a confused, like, up nod. No, down nod. As like thanks, but still confused, and then turn to start heading towards the sewers.
Okay. You hear Loki's kind of humming, but eventually you do reach the sewers.
What does this sworn thing mean, Lokius?
Huh? Oh,
What- what-
it means we're sworn. It means we really
Yes,
know
but
each other.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for that, and then I'm gonna open the entrance to the sewers that we had originally gone through and start climbing down. I also cast light on one of the new daggers I just got.
No, going off into the sewers by yourself is a good way to prove the original
not-
point that we all made
I'm
at
not.
the very
I'm
beginning.
not. I am not by myself.
Okay.
Okay, so you go down
Give it
into the
50.
sewers. You cast light on your dagger. Easy enough, you got light. When you do get down there, you will notice that the torches that were down there when you initially came down are no longer lit. It is very dark down there.
Oh, that's fun.
What
Can,
why are we here? It's this doesn't look friendly.
Oh, right. I don't have my backpack either.
Yeah, I still have that.
Nope, that's not mine. That's Lokius's.
Okay.
I'll hand. What does Lokius have for a weapon?
It looks like he has a little sword on his side. That's about it.
Okay, Lokius, can you draw your sword for me?
What?
Just do it, please.
Okay. And he'll unsheath the sword. It's the same long sword that he got since the orphanage.
I'll touch the blade and cast a light on it as well.
Wow. That's
And
kind of
then
cool.
I will. Thank you. It's something that I've just been kind of able to do for my whole life. It should be just down this way, and I'll start walking down the corridor.
Am I supposed to hold it out?
mean, yeah, that way you have some sort of light just in case we get separated.
Okay.
But stay close. I don't want to get separated.
Okay.
And then I'll walk to where we had originally found that rib cage.
The first
Embedded in
one
the
when
ground.
when you were walking down the hall,
Yeah,
or down the
first one.
first, I guess not the hall, the sewer. In
Yep.
the main, when you start walking down, you go to where you believe the rib cage was. It is no longer there.
Okay. I also want to do like a little bit of listening, make sure there's not anything around.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
14.
Listening, hear a couple scurries here and there, like your typical sewer noise, a couple water droplets, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, not here. Let's go a little deeper, see if that skeleton is still there.
What? Why are we looking for a skeleton in the sewers?
It's got something.
You're not gonna kill me, are you? Was that your previous party member?
No, I would. Contrary to my previous actions, I would never purposefully hurt you.
Good, because we're sworn.
Still don't know what that fully means, but let's go. Also, what did you do
Very-
with that? What did you do with that bone earlier?
Oh, I used it.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean used it? Because, what I'm looking for down here is kind of connected to those, I think.
Oh. It gives a little boost to your faith, so to speak.
How do you use it?
Stat
I'll-
increase.
So he's the
I'll-
fourth one.
I'll be kind of walking and talking as we're going, looking around as well.
Oh, well, if you're connected to someone, you can be granted, like a little bump, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. Kind of feels kind of weird.
I'm gonna narrow my eyes a little bit.
Is this why you keep saying we're sworn?
No.
Okay, so tell me how I use it,
And then I'll take the one out of my pocket and kind of hold it between my fingers.
Not like that.
Well, obviously.
So what you want to do, is kind of hold it like between your hands, or like hold it with both your hands.
I'll put
pop-
my
pop-
dagger in my mouth and then do what he's saying.
What? Just
You sure I have some light?
he waves his sword. We have
I
like
don't care.
take.
No, just leave it be. Just let's do this.
Okay, so what you do is hang on. He'll sheath his sword. So what you do is you take your hands and he'll pull your hands out and put them palm up. It'll kind of turn your
Okay.
hands and let the bone rest in your hands. Okay, and then what you want to do is hold on to the bone, and then while you're holding on to it, and he'll put his hands on top of yours, like his palms will now be down on top of you holding the bone. And he'll start like intently staring at you. What I want you to do is I want you to see if you can feel a connection to something. If you do, then the bone will respond.
So, what does he mean by a connection to something? Like,
He's basically saying if you have faith of some kind to a god or whatever, he's saying to reach out to that god. Do you have any faith in something?
I'm gonna think of my parents, and I'm gonna, I guess, reach out to that.
What? Okay, close your eyes. I'll be right here. I
Oh.
won't do anything stupid.
I'll close my eyes and keep thinking of my parents.
When you do, you start to focus in, and as you sit there quietly, you start to notice things that you didn't before. You start to notice your breathing is calmer. The little droplets in the sewer, some of the scurrying becomes like a little bit louder. It's almost like you're focusing in. You start to feel this weird warmth on your hands. Not coming from the back of your hand up, but from the top of your hand down. And it kind of starts to slowly course from your hands into your arms. And then you hear, almost clear as day, you hear Lokius. It's almost like a whisper in your ear. He goes, do you trust me?
What's going on now?
Guys?
Gaius, you there? Hey there, buddy.
Oh, he's typing.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
Well, you know, sometimes this happens. Sometimes your internet dies.
Tag, you're cursed. That's all I can say.
Come on, man. I'm just trying to tell a story.
Why'd you do that? Come on, man. What the heck? That's
You
messed
really
up.
don't want us to go to the arena, don't you, Tag?
Not me, man. It's not
You're messed
me.
up in the head for
It's-
real for that one.
It's not me, man.
You didn't have to cut off his internet. Like, come on, man.
Oh
Come on.
my.
Well,
Let me guess, you still got the scissors in your hand, don't you?
Hello?
oh,
oh.
guys.
Oh,
That-
you taped it
that
back
was-
together.
That was freaky. You said, "Do you trust me?" And then everything went silent, and my internet was just gone.
Okay.
I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, but you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, let's pick up. So, like I said, clear as day, you hear Lokius whisper in your ear. Do you trust me?
After a brief moment, I trust you.
And as soon as you do, you feel this rush of just intense, warm energy course through your body to the point where you're used to feeling cold, dealing with things by yourself, not really having much of anything left. All of a sudden, it's kind of all just washed. It's kind of like you're at the beach. It's like a calming, very calming feeling. And you focus in on your parents, and they become very clear, extremely clear, to the point where it's like you're reliving the memory, bright as day. And you're kind of standing there, looking around. And, you see your mom and dad moving in a house. Your mom's doing something with dishes or cleaning or something. And your dad's working on some type of like table or bench. Can't really put it together.
And as you focus, your dad stops what he's doing and he looks over at you. Guys? That's where we're gonna
Dad?
end.